What's going on, people? It's your boy calwu, and welcome to another episode of planetwu. Today we will be doing an early review for 2 anime. With the early reviews, I want to start doing those once animes of the season hits episode 3. I didn't even know Beyblades had a new anime. It's 3 episodes in, but that won't be making this list. That'll make my next list, so that one will be 4 episodes. So for this first early anime review, I have 2 anime. I have Jouran, the Princess of Snow and Blood, and Vivy, Fluorite Eyes Song. Let me mute my phone real quick. Because that was loud than a mug. Everything down. Okay. Okay, so if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to the video, because doing so helps me out a lot. My goal is still to try and get to 100 subscribers by the end of this month. We halfway through the month. I ain't made too much headway, but I got faith. I got hope. So, without further ado, we will go ahead and start off with the anime Jouran, the Princess of Snow and Blood. This anime is extremely dope. Let me go ahead and give you the overview of the anime. It takes place in an alternate history, alternate universe, parallel to our own. So we'll say Earth 2 for, for DC and Marvel fans of how they got the different Earths. Say Earth 2. And it takes place in 1931. And it's still in the Meiji era. The Meiji era. And what happened is around that time, the Tokugawa shogunate in our era was overthrown, and Meiji was restored to the throne. But in this alternate world in Earth 2, that never happened, and the Tokugawa shogunate still runs and rules Japan at this point. So this is where the whole anime takes place. We have main character Sawa, who is a part of the blue-blooded clan, which is a clan that pretty much were off to themselves. They lived very simple, and they have this special ability to transform through their blue blood, which makes them faster, stronger, and more agile. And Sawa is the remaining. She is Aang in this point. She is the last airbender of the anime. She's the last of her clan. She's the last of her race. Because the villain, Janome, came and discussed some things with the clan to try and get the clan to help them and come under his, wing of, so he can conduct his weird little experiments on them. And they denied him. And because they denied him, he pretty much slaughtered the clan, took as much blood as he wanted to. And he kind of is now experimenting on different people and giving them the blue-blooded clan's blood to turn them into like all type of monsters and weird mutates and things of that nature. And it's really dope. Sawa is a part of the Tokugawa Nue, which is like a group of assassins. And so she is a part of the cell that is ran by the character Jin. So Jin kind of acts as a handler to all of the Nue assassins or executioners in his area. And the 3 that he deal with the most is Sawa, Makoto, and Elena. Jin is a guy that once he feels like your usefulness is ran out as an executioner and you can no longer do your job, or if you feel like you're going to become a traitor, he pretty much gets you killed, orders your death, make sure you get murked off. Jin took Sawa in when she was a kid, when she was the only sole survivor, and trained her on how to be an efficient assassin. Her weapon of choice is the sword. Then you have Makoto. Makoto is let me go backtrack a little bit. Sawa, as for her day job, like her secret identity, she actually runs a used bookstore. Next character, Makoto, is a very soft-spoken bandoneon player, and but behind the scenes, he's really an executioner. And how he works and runs is his goals in life is, he does anything to get to his goals in life. But the three things that he uses to achieve his goal is to lie, is to deceive, and to cheat. Those are his things. Even though all I literally just said in different ways is lie, 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 he uses those. He uses it three different ways to get what he wants and to achieve what he wants. And in episode 3, they did this weird little crazy thing where they actually revealed that Makoto is actually a girl. We thought that Makoto was, well, at least I did. I thought Makoto was a boy the whole time, but Makoto is actually a woman, not a girl, but a woman, and that fucked me up. Then we got Elena. Elena is a prostitute. She uses seduction as a weapon. So she'll flirt, she'll sleep with you, and this is what she does to get close to the enemy, to try and get information that she wants, to try and get close to her assassination target, all type of things. Like, very, very dangerous, very beautiful woman. And her weapon of choice is the whip, where she walks around with this umbrella that's also a crossbow, and that thing is sick. That umbrella that she used like a crossbow is sick as hell. That junk is really sweet. And then you got the character Asahi, which is a little girl that lives with Sawa, that looks at her as like they have like a sister relationship. But the crazy thing is Asahi wants to murder Sawa, and has like moments where she tries to kill her because Sawa killed her family. Like killed her whole family. But when they do like the flashback and you see why, the family was pimping Asahi out like as a prostitute, and she's like a 5, 6, 7-year-old little girl whose family is pimping her out on some prostitute shit. And that, like, when I saw that shit kind of pissed me off, because it, like, they didn't show it, but it was kind of like they had her in makeup, they had her in a kabuki, and they had her with earrings on, and they was like, yeah, this is our daughter, blah blah blah, and they had a guy come in, and he like touched her face all sexual like, and and licking his lips, and I'm like, bruh, don't do this. And like right before they showed it, Sawa showed up and pretty much murdered everybody except for her. And I'm guessing because she saw herself in that girl, she took her in. And like just the relationship between all the characters is interesting, because Sawa pretty much don't fuck with nobody in her circle except for Jin, and that's because he raised her and was like her handler like for her whole life pretty much when she got taken in, from when she was a kid with her family being murdered. But she don't like Makoto, she don't trust him or trust her, and she definitely don't fuck with Elena. Like, her and Elena actually hates each other. And all she want to do is just find out where Janome is so she can kill him and avenge her family. Like, that's the only reason why she's doing this. And the anime is dope. It has really dope fight scenes. It has really dope action scenes. It got, like, good twists and turns in it. The story is masterfully told. Like, if you haven't started watching it already, add this to your list immediately. Like I said, it's only 3 episodes in. As of today, it's only 3 episodes in, and it's dope. Every episode is cold as hell. The monsters are good. Sawa watching her transform is dope. Watching people who don't transform use their weapons, a choice. Like Elena, I watched her rip a guy's head off with her whip. That shit was crazy. Straight bananas. Yeah. So like I said, check it out, man. This junk is really dope, and I can't wait for episode 4, because they like all the craziness that they revealed in episode 3 was nuts. Okay, so the next anime is Fluorite Eyes Song. So the anime starts off and takes place in Nerland, which is an AI theme park where dreams and hopes and science kind of like integrates and intermingles with each other. And in Nerland, they create the first autonomous humanoid AI, which is the main character Vivy, or Diva is what she's called, what she is known as. And they end up finding out, like, through their experiments and stuff, that AIs can't have complex commands. So like if you got an AI that's meant to just code and work, that AI is not going to be able to take care of your children or, you know, sing and dance because the AIs aren't developed like that. So they always give each AI one command protocol on like what their job is to do. And Vivy, as in being the main character, her missions is she wants to make everybody happy through singing and through dancing, and her goal is to make it to the main stage, and be that main showcasing with her singing and bringing, you know, like I said, bringing joy to everybody. Now, with the theme park being young and lacking really any popularity to even take anybody to the main stage, she has like her own little stage off in like a little alleyway that she does, and people come and watch her perform and stuff like that. And after the fact, she ends up running into this AI named Matsumoto. So this Matsumoto AI pretty much invades inner space and tells her like, yeah, I'm from 100 years in the future where there's a war between AIs and humans, and this park is ground zero. Every human here gets murdered ruthlessly from the AI because the AIs evolve once the humans have established a law called the AI naming law, which was a law that gave, you know, AIs a respective name and gave them as much rights as humans do. And with them doing that, the AIs evolve to meet this new standard of, this new standing in life that they have, where they're not just protocol droids just doing one job. It's like, okay, now we have the rights of humans, so we want you to treat us like such. And I'm pretty sure that even though the law was passed and you had some people that were cool with the AIs and did it, you still got groups of people like, nah, fuck that. They were made and they are meant to serve us. Fuck that freedom shit. And the AIs just take it out on everybody. And that's pretty much what this anime is. And like watching her solve these different, going back and like changing all these different events that are catastrophic that will get this law passed. And like the anime is dope. The animation is crazy. I love the relationship between Vivy and Matsumoto. Matsumoto is a great character. Like, I love how every time he tells a joke, Vivy don't get it. And he like, come on, man, this is like a hard crowd. You're not laughing at nothing. But then again, he does interject the jokes at terrible times. Terrible times. But other than that, man, this anime is extremely dope. Like, if you haven't already started watching it, watch it. It's called Vivy Fluorite Eyes Song. That junk is great. Like I said, the animation is good. And these are two anime that I talked about in my previous video, which I'll be putting up here in the corner, about strong women / female protagonists, not there just to be the love interest of somebody. Like, they have a foundation, they have a purpose, and they are the driving forces in these animes, and it's just great to see. Like I said, it's a breath of fresh air. If you haven't seen them, you should definitely check both anime out. They're extremely cold. They're both only, like I said, 3 episodes in, so check them out. And yeah, once again, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. This is calwu from planetwu, and I'm signing off. Peace.
On the rise, I am Baker with the yeast, dropping more bombs than Funkmaster Flex, doing war in the Middle East. I'm on another plane, parting my lasers.